Hey there, I'm Tatiana Santos. I'm an English teacher, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the Halloween. Well, most of my students usually ask me why I don't celebrate Halloween, and in this video, I'm gonna try to talk a little bit about this, right? Regarding, I've been coordinating an immersion program here in Salvador, Brazil. We have several events here where the students can interact with other native speakers, other students, also native teachers. So my students are they really want to know a little bit about why I don't celebrate Halloween. Why don't you celebrate Halloween? I listened to this question and I've heard these questions in some of my last classes. Now, in October 31st, I decided to record a video talking about the Halloween. Seeking to promote meaningful learning, usually set this event in different contexts and places, so like restaurants, some classes in the supermarket, in the grocery, in restaurants, and in other different places so they can learn a little bit more vocabulary than what they do in the regular classes, right? So they can learn a practical English, a practical vocabulary.
Trick or treat, trick or treat.
Well, most English courses here celebrate Halloween, and I've heard it's an American celebration, but unfortunately, it's not.
Trick or treat, the whole night through.
Studying a little bit about history and some historical facts, I found out it's not American. It hasn't begun in the States. It started with the Celts, and it's a pagan celebration similar to one we have here in Brazil called Dia de Finados, right? This one was created by Catholic Church in order to keep the pagan traditions and also to Christianize people in the Middle Ages, right? As a teacher, it's a responsibility to teach the language and the culture because learning a second language requires understanding a little bit about the culture where this language is spoken. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the Halloween American and British traditions. I hope you like it. Well, some days before Halloween in the United States and England or Europe, people decorate their homes with scaring things like brooms, witches and pumpkins and scarecrows.
Your nightmares will come true.
And some other scary objects, right? On October 31st, the families make also some scaring food to celebrate at night, and they also wear Halloween costumes like witches, ghosts, and Draculas.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
And most children go out, knock the doors, and say, trick or treat. Hello, trick or treat. Trick or treat. So they are trick or treaters. That's how they're called. And if they don't get a treat, I mean candies, they're supposed to trick you, right? To trick people there. Let me feel a little bit more comfortable without this hat. Okay, so jack-o'-lantern is a pumpkin when it's carved, like this one. Can you see that? Right? Scary? I don't think so. So these scary faces are carved into pumpkins, and in the past, they used to do in turnips, right? And a candle is lit inside. So jack-o'-lantern became really popular all over the world, even here in Brazil, when the kids celebrate Halloween at schools and also English courses, right? In North America and Europe, Halloween is also celebrated with some old-fashioned but really fun games. And apple bobbing is probably one of the most well-known Halloween game of all. I'm gonna try to explain a little bit about this game. So the kids try to grab one of the apples floating in a large basin and using their mouths. So the hands must be kept like this behind the players' backs. And so there are different things they do on Halloween Day. So some people get together to watch horror movies. Some other people get together to tell stories. Can be a real life hunting story or a classic ghost story. but they really have fun with this. So in Brazil, it's not a tradition to celebrate Halloween at home with the family. We don't have this celebration here, but most English courses celebrate Halloween. And also the kids at school, so they learn a little bit about American and British Halloween traditions, and they study a little bit about this, right? Especially in the English classes. So that's why I don't celebrate Halloween. First of all, it's pagan, and most of my students are Christians, and they don't like Halloween celebration. Some of them have different religions and beliefs. I'm an English teacher, and not only as a teacher but as an educator, I believe that I must respect every single student and their beliefs. So that's why I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't want to sound rude or something like this. I need to do my best. I need to teach the culture, but I don't have to celebrate it, especially if I don't like it, right? And well, I hope you have understood my reason. Sorry, I don't celebrate Halloween. But anyway, if you like Halloween, have a happy Halloween today. And for those students who don't like it, have a nice day and have a good night, okay? Bye bye, see you in the next video.